The book Inspired: How to Create Tech Products Customers Love was written by Marty Cagan. It provides key insights on how most successful tech companies approach the process of creating new products. This book highlights the importance of forming a good product team which comprises people from varied domains. It acts as an elementary guide for product managers who aspire to create revolutionary technology-oriented products. How do today's most successful tech companies, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Netflix, Tesla design and develop the products that have earned the love of literally billions of people around the world? Perhaps surprisingly, they do it very differently than the vast majority of tech companies. In Inspired, technology product management thought leader Marty Cagan provides readers with a masterclass in how to structure and staff an empowered and effective product organization, and how to discover and deliver technology products that your customers will love and that will work for your business. With sections on assembling the right people and skills, discovering the right product, embracing an effective yet lightweight process, scaling the product organization, and creating a strong product culture, readers can take the information they learn and immediately leverage it within their own organizations, dramatically improving their own product efforts. Whether you're an early-stage startup working to get to product/market fit, or a growth-stage company working to scale your organization, or a large, long-established company trying to regain your ability to consistently deliver new value for your customers, Inspired will take you and your product organization to a new level of customer engagement, consistent innovation, and business success. Lesson 1. The Basics of Product Management. In this world full of numerous products, the mantra of building a novel, yet successful product is to create something that the users want. This philosophy of constructing something that the consumers desire to use helps the best companies differ from most companies. According to Marty, there is always one person who plants the seed of the new product. It is this person who locates the need of the object. This person, formerly known as the product manager, forms a team who can assist him or her to create a product from the conceptualized idea. Different types of products which can ease our lifestyles are available in the market. Given the advancement in technology, a huge chunk of these products is powered by technology. There are 3 stages of a company: startup, growth, and enterprise. A company progresses in these phases depending upon its life cycle. In a startup, one of the co-founders is the product manager. The most important factor which most of the successful products possess is that they should meet the needs of the primary market. When a firm is in the startup stage, it ends up taking a risk and creates innovative products. But as and when it moves to the enterprise stage, the number of entities and stakeholders involved in the management of the company increases. This implies that the company has achieved its primary goal. However, the basic problem of what is to be done next still persists. The key insight for strong tech companies is that they need to ensure product innovation constantly. If it fails to do so, the company might face stunted growth. The process of developing a new product requires a structured approach. In order to undertake this approach, a firm needs to understand certain problems which they can encounter en route. Many companies estimate their valuation even before the launch of their product. Although it sounds optimistic, the truth is that this valuation might be completely irrelevant if the product does not deliver appropriately. Additionally, a product manager should acknowledge the fact that all ideas are not feasible always. Many firms focus on the process but fail to support the final product. They emphasize too much on the requirements and the procedure. But when the product is launched and distributed amongst the crowd, the importance of the product itself is forgotten. Thus, it has been observed that companies spend a lot of time and money but do not get adequate returns because of this lack of emphasis on the final product. 3 innovative principles which are used in the modern era are laid down by the author, Marty Cagan. Firstly, instead of incorporating the risk factor at the end, it should be introduced and accommodated in the initial stages. Secondly, eliminate the tedious process of laying down requirements and drawing a blueprint followed by multiple changes. Different parties involved in the process of product management should work collaboratively instead of sequentially. Lastly, aim at solving the issue faced by the end user or try to provide convenience. Adding too many fancy features might not be as successful as providing solutions. Care must be taken that the product should be tested via prototype, followed by continuous and efficient product delivery to the end user. It should also fulfill the key objective of the product manager and should meet the vision which is expected out of it. These are some simple policies followed by strong product teams. Lesson 2. Product team and its members. Cagan highlights the importance of the team which is involved in combining different skill sets and dividing responsibility to ensure the success of a product. These teams, more commonly referred to as product teams, are cross-functional teams that work across different products created by the firm. Although the principles of a strong product team differ for different organizations, some similarities can be observed. The product team should comprise people who believe in the mission of the product and are willing to solve problems that cause hindrances. The product manager, product designer, and few engineers should be part of a product team. There is no limit on the size of the team, but care should be taken that too many people are not involved, as it may lead to confusion and complexity. Team members should be located in proximity. The product team should have the autonomy to make decisions that aid problem solving. Simultaneously, accountability should be maintained. Even if techniques for product development change over time, these fundamental principles withstand. The product manager is one of the most talented members of the organization. He or she is smart, creative, and persistent. The success of a product is attributed to the entire team. However, the failure of the product becomes the responsibility of the product manager. He or she should be informed about the prospective consumer and should possess knowledge of his or her business, the market, as well as the industry. Information on these parameters helps the product manager to take decisions with regards to the product. The process of product designing starts with product discovery. The designer understands the expectations of the consumers and tries to incorporate them into the product. The idea is to enhance user experience in a way that the end user realizes the value of the product. This can be done via prototyping and testing user interaction with the help of virtual design. The importance of good design cannot be neglected in this world full of products. It is the design that helps the product to get discovered amongst multiple similar products. Just like the designer, engineers, popularly known as developers, focus on the user experience, that is, front-end, or on specific technologies such as database, machine learning, etc. Discussions such as soliciting ideas and inputs in order to learn more about products and working on delivery to the production of the product take place between the product manager and the engineer. One of the core members of the team is the product marketing manager. This individual works on representing the product in the market. All aspects of marketing, ranging from the position of the product up to the channeling of sales, as well as dealing with competitive issues, are undertaken by the product marketing manager. Apart from these core responsibilities, there are multiple roles such as user researchers, data analysts, and automation engineers who are a part of the product team. The role of a strong product team is crucial for the product to be successful, and these members ensure that this goal is met. Lesson 3. Leadership roles. The role of leadership in the case of a product company involves a holistic view of the product. As the size of the firm increases, the number of product teams within the firm also increases. One major challenge which the product team faces is understanding how the whole product line works together. Leadership helps to connect the dots between multiple teams. Dedicated leaders are needed for product management, product design, and technology within the organization. The absence of these three roles can be felt in the entire organization as it disrupts the product team. So, a firm should try to retain these talented people and create a conducive environment so that they can work together in harmony. The position of the head of products is usually undertaken by the vice president of products, abbreviated as VP products. The most important responsibility undertaken by this individual is to form a strong team of product managers by identifying their talent and competencies. VP products should have a clear idea of the vision and strategy of the products. After understanding the vision, it is crucial to work upon the execution of the products. The execution stage covers all steps ranging from product planning, product development, and customer delivery. VP products should pay due consideration to the product culture and try to enhance it using his or her experience and expertise. The head of the technology role, titled Vice President Engineering or Chief Technology Officer or CTO, encompasses 6 major responsibilities. These responsibilities range across the domains of organization, leadership, delivery, architecture, discovery, and evangelism. This helps to establish an effective product organization and deliver successful products. The next role is that of the delivery managers. They are a special type of product managers who undertake the responsibility of removing obstacles that affect the distribution of the product. This role becomes increasingly important in the case of companies that have multiple product teams. One of the most difficult issues which organizations face is the division of products across multiple product teams. Marty has formulated a strategy that can be implemented to solve this issue. A firm should align its investment strategy as well as the product architecture and then create a team such that it meets these objectives of investment. Furthermore, the team structure should minimize dependency and promote autonomy and ownership. This will help maximize speed and reliability and also help to achieve the mission and vision of the product. The ultimate goal of meeting the needs of the consumer can be met using this approach. Cagan mentions an example of Adobe's Creative Suite. Leah Hickman led the product under this suite. He realized the changing nature of the market and decided to switch from an annual payment model to a subscription-based model. This would help consumers to access the product on multiple devices ranging from cell phones to tablets, unlike the traditional model which could be used only on personal desktop computers. The new product also integrated multiple applications into a single product. This seemed challenging for the technical department as well as the management. However, Leah communicated with all these members and convinced them by explaining to them the merits of this innovative product. Adobe market capitalization tripled over the years, and Leah was the person who was responsible for this change. Clear vision along with continuous communication to the stakeholders helped Leah and Adobe to drive this massive change. Lesson 4. The development of a new product. A successful product requires a good roadmap that contains a prioritized list of projects and other important details. In spite of proper planning, most of the roadmaps for products fail due to two identified reasons. Firstly, half of the product ideas are not worthwhile. Consumers may have issues with value or usability, whereas the business might face challenges with the feasibility and viability of the idea. Secondly, if the idea seems feasible and ideal, its execution up to the point that it delivers the expected business value to the firm will require a lot of time and money. This will pose a challenge for the company. In order to deal with these issues, a new methodology has to be adopted under the roadmap technique. It aims at combining the business context, that is, the product's vision and strategy, as well as the business objectives. Vision refers to the long-term future projection which the product is expected to achieve. The idea behind this is to inspire teams so that they are motivated to work. On the other hand, product strategy comprises the sequence of products the company desires to deliver as it tries to achieve its vision. There is no recipe for an ideal product strategy. Depending on the product's viability, the product team can formulate and alter strategies. The relation between vision and strategy is that the vision helps to set direction, whereas strategy paves the path for achieving these objectives. Product vision and strategies have a few key principles. The basic step for product vision is to start with the purpose of the product and then decipher the problems it will solve by using relevant trends. It should be remembered that new products require a great deal of faith, and thus, one should be fixated on their idea. Details can be altered if needed. On the contrary, good strategies focus on one segment at a time. The strategy should focus on the consumer rather than on the competitors. The objectives and key results, or the OKR technique, should be used. This technique suggests that objectives should be qualitative and key results need to be measurable. The objective and result should be that of the product. OKR is a tool that is used by many technological organizations. This is because it helps to understand the contribution of the entire team and helps them to coordinate amongst each other. But care should be taken to implement OKR at the product level only. With the use of OKR, the burden on leadership and management increases because it is their responsibility to ensure that the purpose and goals are passed on to all the product teams. The whole idea behind introducing a new product is to sell it and benefit the firm. If a product manager is not capable of selling the end product, the product is seen as a failure. Thus, the product manager should share learnings, credits, as well as enthusiasm. Cagan explains the implementation of the above-mentioned things via the example of BBC's journalism culture. Introducing editorials was a task for BBC's product manager Alex Pressland. She conducted a series of experiments for the different target audience. The reach of the tailor-made content was then measured. Thus, after conducting a feasibility check, editorials were included in BBC's broadcast media. Lesson 5. Discovery Techniques 1. We always talk about the right product, but this right product comes from the right processes that are involved in its development. The right processes include several sub-processes which are perfected using timely alterations in the product. Several complexities are generated when a product is launched in the market. We need to make sure that we find solutions that serve the majority of the consumers. The solutions should be robust and easy to install in the current system. The basic idea is to learn from the feedback and learn fast. We should focus on discovering the best product for our customers in the least amount of time. One can never be sure whether the customer will like the product or not. To mitigate this risk, we must be smart enough to collect evidence and prepare a solution to the diagnosed problems. It is difficult to assess what the customer wants with regards to technology. Tech-oriented products fall prey to the problem of constantly changing demands and needs of the consumer. It relies on the paradox that the most important thing to know is the things that you cannot know. When designing a product, it is crucial to tackle the risks around value, viability, usability, and feasibility. It requires proper framing, planning, ideation, prototyping, and thorough testing for successful implementation. Each of these stages needs a timeline and strategies for quick responses from the team. Assessments and review techniques can be engaged to find loopholes in the system and to eliminate them. The first set of techniques that can be used are known as discovery framing techniques. Customer reference can truly help to recognize the true potential of a product. This is a powerful marketing tool that does not require any investment. The best form of a business customer service is the one that does not need any customer service. Even though it sounds ambitious, it is not unachievable. This becomes difficult to inculcate when a constant upgrade is necessary. There is constant uncertainty pertaining to the acceptance of a new development by the consumers. No one can be 100% sure that the consumers will like the latest upgrade. Also, the response of new customers needs to be considered too. It has been observed that expanding the customer base can result in the loss of already established customers. Thus, it is the task of a process designer to ensure that the current relationship with the customer base is not hampered in the process of expanding the market share. But in the case of a startup, unlike the above-mentioned process, the goal is to create a new product. This adds a completely new set of risks that have to be considered while applying the product discovery techniques. Few factors such as validating propositions, figuring out how to sell the product to make money, and measuring progress should be thought about while practicing the framing techniques. Lesson 6. Discovery Techniques 2. Other sets of techniques are discovery planning, ideation, prototyping, testing, and transformation techniques. Discovery planning techniques encompass a wide variety of methods. Story maps are two-dimensional maps that contain all activities in progressive levels of details across the vertical dimension. The horizontal dimension, on the other hand, describes the overall system. Customer discovery program techniques use the power of references. It can be used to build products, platforms, and tools for businesses as well as consumers. The key is to focus on the single target market and recruit prospective reference customers. Discovery ideation techniques help to generate ideas that can aid the process of problem-solving that the prospective product is expected to solve. Customer interviews and concierge testing are amongst the top ideation strategies. Customer interviews might seem like a basic mechanism that can be used by product teams. However, it is one of the most powerful tools as it paves way for many breakthrough ideas. The key is to ask the right questions and interpret the answers correctly. In the concierge test, the consumers are asked to help us use the product. In this way, we can step into the shoes of the consumer and understand the difficulties and challenges that they might face while using the product. This will help us find a better solution by understanding the perspective of the end user. Prototypes have been used in product development for a long period of time. Discovery prototype techniques involve multiple types of prototypes such as feasibility prototypes, user prototypes, live data prototypes, and hybrid prototypes. In the feasibility technique, the idea is to write codes to the extent that it mitigates feasibility risk. User prototyping aids validation and communication from the end user. The live data technique helps to collect data for further analysis while the product is being used. Lastly, the hybrid technique combines front-end user experience along with automation behind the scene. The basic motto of the prototyping technique is to find the less expensive and fast way to test ideas. It helps you dig deeper into the problem to find the most appropriate solution. Prototyping helps the team to collaborate. Lesson 7. Discovery Techniques 3. The firm has to acknowledge the business risks which it might face due to the new product which has to be introduced. Discovery testing techniques help to achieve this goal by helping the firm to communicate about the product to the stakeholders. Testing usability and value followed by demand, qualitative value, quantitative value, feasibility, and viability testing are the constituents of discovery testing techniques. Each of these tests involves building a test to measure the specified parameter. It helps the firm to understand different factors such as problems faced by the user, friction points while using the prototype, consumer preferences and buying habits, gaining big insights on the product, and collecting relevant evidence. The firm has to ensure that the new product is practical and useful for the consumers so that they buy it. Also, the final step is to check whether it makes sense to invest a great deal of time, money, and effort in the product. Its impact on the various departments of the firm should be taken into consideration too. Once we have finished the above-mentioned tests, it implies that we have discovered successful products. The next step is to help the product team to apply these new techniques which will help them to work more efficiently. This can pose a huge change for the firm and its employees. Different mechanisms can be used to ease this process of transformation. The discovery sprint technique enables a team to find any problem or risk which their product might face within a span of 1 week. This enhances team collaboration. The pilot team technique can be used to test the impact of change by implementing it at a smaller scale, for example, a small team instead of the entire firm at once. The end goal is to make sure that the vision of the business is met in the longer run. With the expansion of the firm, its risk tolerance starts falling. This is because, even at the same level of risk, the company might lose a lot more than what it could have when it was a small firm. Thus, it is the responsibility of the product manager to guarantee the success of the products and to maintain good relations with the various stakeholders who are involved. The idea is to promote shared learning so that the company is aware of the ongoing work within the product teams. Lesson 8. Good product culture. The final step in product management is creating an ideal product culture. The technology companies which create the best products have a completely different way of functioning compared to other companies. The successful technology companies, also known as the good team, follow a missionary-like passion method. On the other hand, the other companies, also known as bad teams, follow a mercenary approach. Good teams work with integrity, commitment, passion, amongst other positives, but the bad teams lack these qualities and culture. Many innovative ideas are brilliant, but they do not succeed. According to Cagan, the firms which lose out on amazing products lack either one or multiple of the below-mentioned factors. A firm can try to focus upon the missing factors in order to be successful in the long run. 1. Customer-centric culture. 2. Compelling product vision. 3. Focused product strategy. 4. String product managers. 5. Stable and empowered product teams. 6. A good set of engineers. 7. Corporate courage. 8. Product-oriented mindset. The question of what is the ideal product culture has been persistent over the years. Marty has answered this question beautifully. He says a good product culture should consist of experimentation, empowerment, technology, diversity, collaboration, shared responsibility, and accountability. Lastly, it should also give due consideration to results and recognitions in order to maintain equivalence within the firm. Thank you for listening and supporting.